this year, I flew in and met my buddy Kip Caddy in Sydney, and I was going to go on my way to West Oz, and he was like, hey, we woke up that morning, and he's like, dude, this wave that just hasn't broken in like years is going off.
Oh my God, yeah, I saw that right when you got to Australia.
It's like a bodyboard, like the bodyboarders hold it down. It's been known as a bodyboard wave, but people surf it, like Kip surfs it, and there's other surfers that kill it out there. But I just woke up, I'd never even heard of this wave. It's called Shark Island. And I'm like, well, we're in Australia, Shark Island, that sounds terrifying.
Fitting.
And they're like, no, it's like something in the way the land shape or whatever. It's like,
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I had something to say about this session that's really funny along those lines. Anyway, the wave was like just day one of the trip. Couldn't believe it. Rolling in. Everyone was cool in the water. All these groms were out early morning. Had an epic session. We're all sharing waves. And the slab was heavy. It was like a pretty sick entry for a surfboard, but the end bowl is real heavy. It goes near dry, sucks out, and I had been in Hawaii since I broke my back, and so I had surfed secret right a little bit, no waves of consequence really. So just getting back on and just being like, oh, I'm back 100%, was super gratifying. Score of the wave, but while I'm out there, I look over and it's like this big bay, and there's like 20 people open ocean swimming. And I'm like, I look around, I'm like, is this normal? Like this is
in
like,
Western Australia.
This is in Sydney, but all of Australia is well known for giant great white sharks. And I think just a few months ago, we watched a crazy viral video of a guy getting eaten off. The fisherman was filming him, and a 20-foot great white was eating him.
Wait, I didn't see this video.
I don't
want to see it.
It's really bad. It's
scary.
It's just like terrifying because it's just what you would think. It's a human being, like, and the size of the great white when it comes next to its body, you're just like, oh my gosh. It kind of makes you think like
prehistoric creatures.
You might tell yourself like, I'll fight this thing off. But when I saw that clip and I saw this size of it, I was like, it's up to the shark whether it's like there to eat you or there to test you. If it's testing you, you might live. If it's there to eat you, like I don't think you're getting away from this thing.
Yeah.
Like think of what it eats, right? It eats seals, and then are you gonna imagine yourself in a swim race with a seal? It's impossible. No. You're gonna lose every time. And these things hunt and kill seals.
No, we're in their house. Like they.
Yeah. So
there's no match. There's no match.
And there's 20 people open ocean swimming, and I'm like, is this normal? These guys are just open ocean swimming, and they're like, they do it every day.
Every day.
Just training, just swimming out in the bay, and I'm like, they don't like. Is there buoys? No. I'm like, they're like, no, the sharks hang out by like the headland. I'm
my
like,
God.
Bro,
yeah,
no.
Right. They're delusional.
Yeah, I was just like, oh man, that is so hectic to do that.
You couldn't pay me because
that's what I said.
Sydney's must be a little near south, right? I forgot. I don't know why I can't.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Okay, well, I know it's all just sharky, but one of my first and only time to South Oz. Remember we went a long time ago?
Yeah.
And we're surfing this random wave. I don't remember the name, but was it the day before? Like a giant pod of bottlenose dolphins just came up on us.
Yeah.
And I thought they were sharks at first. Like, oh, just great white shark. You go to a gas station, there's just like a massive 15-foot stuffed great white shark.
Literally.
Like just everywhere. So it's just like embedded in your brain. You see a fin pop up, and luckily that one was a dolphin. Or that whole pod was a dolphin. But then the next day,
oh my God,
we watched that huge great white out, like, I don't know, a couple football fields directly out from where we're surfing, just breach. Came like 4 feet straight out of the water.
It was insane. We were, because you like, for those listening, when we're sitting in the water, we're facing out to sea. We're not facing land because we're waiting for sets to come. Sets are like the next bigger waves that are coming in between them is low. So we're always watching and scanning the ocean outside, looking for large waves coming because that's going to be the set. That's what we're going to ride. That's what we're taking turns waiting for. So our vision is out, and just all of us blatantly, like, just not that far away, like a giant white belly, black back, vertical breach great white. Just, it was almost like surreal and fake looking the way it came vertically out of the water and then just straight back down.
Yeah.
Like it didn't like flop crazy. It just went like, whoom. And we were like, what the hell was that?
It took me a second to like panic. Like I remember watching it, just being like, "Oh my, that's a great white
It's
shark."
like, yeah.
It's outside of the water,
Yeah.
in the middle of the ocean, and like that means it's hunting.
Yeah.
And it took me like 3 seconds to be like, "Okay, I have to go in."
Yeah.
And we just all booked it in, paddling as fast as we could. But I think the day before it was almost scary with the dolphins because they popped up. Only one popped up at first, and it was like 1,000-pound bottlenose dolphin, which is huge. And I've never been that
Huge.
close to that big of a dolphin before, and I thought my life was over because
Yeah.
it looked like it was coming at us, and then its buddies popped up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like my heart was like sank.
You
I
made
thought I'm
a
like,
little
oh,
grunt noise.
death. I was like, oh,
You're like, ugh,
oh god, I'm gonna get bit.
it's over. I'm already dead.
I'm gonna fight this thing,
Yeah.
dude. That was the only time I think I've ever seen a great white. But
Yeah.
Oz it's spooky down there.
It's super spooky.